Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our first ever talk show on ECBI digital platform. I'm Amanda, will be your host for tonight's session. I would like to thank ECBI for giving me such a great opportunity to host for the session tonight, and especially with two of our invited guests, who are both from different background and expertise. So there's so much happened over the past few months. We have heard and seen many challenges during this global pandemic. However, all of us know that we can't do nothing, else we will be eliminated. That is why we are here today. That's why we are here today. So probably you already have your plan B, C, D, or E, but there are some people who are still hesitating to make a move or worried what if it's a wrong plan or decision. So today we are honored to have Allyson and Gary to be here with us and have a conversation about choices in our lives, especially during this difficult time. They will share their own journey, how they have saved for rainy days before the days became rainy. So along the session, if you have any questions to ask our speaker, feel free to put in your chat room. And at the end of each session, we will select 3 questions for our guests to answer. So are you ready, guys? So without further ado, let's invite our first guest, Allyson Lee. Let's invite, let our guest to on the video.
Hello, Amanda. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Hi,
Good? Yeah.
Allyson.
Hello,
How
hello.
can hear? Clear? Very good, very
Okay.
clear. How are you
Mm.
today?
Uh, very nervous, but
Okay.
I'm very
How are you
excited here
today?
to share. Good,
Looking
good. It
great.
was thank you. You too. I love your smile.
Yeah, this
Yes.
is the I love your smile too. This is the first time ever we can chat like on live, right?
Yeah.
It's
Yes. I
really
actually
a
was very, very
pleasure
nervous, but I thought
today.
never mind. I'll just be natural, just be me. Yeah. Yes.
No worries. You just share or it's very hard. I mean, got this opportunity to like chit chat and know more about your life, your story. And all of us know that you are a renowned corporate training manager for more than 12 years. Could
Mm-hmm.
you let us know more about yourself, like who you are, like what's your family background, your early life, and your career path?
Okay, I'm born in KL. I've always lived and went school and worked in KL. So I'm a KL girl, true blue KL girl. I came from a family of I come from a family of 5. I'm the only girl. I'm the middle one. Okay, but
Ah, okay.
technically, I am like the eldest because my elder brother is actually Down syndrome. So from very young, both my
Mm.
brothers call me, Jeje,
Like
they
kache?
just follow. Yeah, yeah. So technically, I behave or play the role of the eldest in the family. I grew up in a very normal,
Mm.
conservative family. I went to a convent school and I'm a budak sekolah kebangsaan.
Mm.
So I speak bahasa more fluently than my Mandarin.
Mm.
Yeah. So and my mom
Okay, now I know.
and my mom, since young, has always drummed into my mind, that as a girl, we need
Mm-hmm.
to be very, study hard. We need to get good grades. I need to be very independent. Always, always be independent. So I focused a lot on my studies when I was young. So, thank God,
Mm.
because of my mom's very strict education. I was actually a bright student in school from primary to high school. So and my
Mm.
career, okay, I started working actually quite early. I started working when I was 21 plus. Okay, and
Oh,
I
that's early.
had a very great, yes, I actually from my form 5 SPM then, now I don't know what they call it.
Mm.
So I never had a
Still
break
STM,
because
I think.
I never had a break. Means the moment I finished my SPM in January, I went to A levels, and before I finished my A levels, I actually went into my degree course, and I actually
Mm.
skipped the part where people waited for form 6 results and all that. So I actually stayed up to about 2 years. So I started work at about 21 plus, and I actually started doing
Mm.
sales. Yeah, sales, nutritional sales, and
Mm.
I had a
Mm.
great career there in my first company. I actually started traveling with the company at the age of 22, and I had a lot
Wow.
of development. Yes, I had a lot of development opportunities. I even had worked in the regional headquarters for even like about 5 to 6 months. So it was a great opportunity for me
Mm.
then.
Yeah.
And after that, I went through a few more MNCs, and finally I quit the corporate
Mm.
jungle in the year of 2016 after working for 16 years. So that was my career path
Wow.
then. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I spent a lot of my
Okay.
time doing training. Yes.
Oh, so you was a trainer, right? Even
Yes,
during the
a big,
MNC time.
yeah, a big part of my career, I was training in the sales department, and of course, in and out. As I moved up the career ladder, I had more
Mm.
managerial roles. I actually did sales force effectiveness. I actually did, management of the sales reporting and all that. Supported the sales department. So that's basically my career. Yes.
So during that your career, I believe you have been like you have a lovely hubby that all of us know.
Okay.
So it's during
Yes.
that it's during your career in the MNC, right? Is it
No,
during
actually,
that
no, I
time?
didn't. Okay, how I actually got to know him in my college. The moment I went into A levels,
Mm-hmm.
I got to know my current husband. At that time, he was my first boyfriend because I went to a common school, so I
Oh
never
my
had,
God.
yeah, I never had any relationship earlier than that. So the first time I met
Okay.
boys were in my college, and that's where I met my husband. Yes.
So you got married during you were still working with your corporate or after
Yes,
that when you quit?
actually, the moment after we got, when we were in a relationship, we actually were in a long distance relationship. We were together for 12 years before we
Mm.
actually got married. Out of the 12 years, 10 years long distance. So I spent
Oh.
a lot of time at work in the beginning because Pehan was in the States for 5 to 6 years, of which I only met him like 3 times. And then when he came back, he actually
Mm.
based in Penang, and again we were in a long distance relationship. Yep.
Oh, I heard. Oh, I saw the chat room. They said Amanda is lagging. You all can still see me, or
Can
is my
can
line better?
Yes,
Oh,
it's
okay. So
okay. Not
Allyson
that
still
bad.
can. Oh, all right, all right. Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
so what I understand is like during your corporate life, and you
Mm.
also together with your hubby, you all get married after your corporate after you quitted corporate or before that.
No, no. I actually started. We got married in the year of 2009. About almost 10 years after I started working. Yes. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Then
Mm.
actually you have so many things to juggle around. Like you
Yeah.
are definitely like or I mean, when you talk about girls, we always, when we have a loving husband or loving boyfriend, um, you just feel like you just want to do normal at your career, and you want to spend more time with your family. But it seems like you are
Yeah.
totally different right now because I can see you not only like very successful in your own career, but you also started Amway business and
Mm-hmm.
uh, also a full-time mommy right now. So
Yes.
you are those that typical like the role model of today's women, like have to juggle different roles in your life. So despite
Yeah.
having a loving family and you also have reached a certain milestone in your corporate life, what I understood, you have the opportunity to work with a few MNC company,
Mm-hmm.
which probably a lot of girls, or not only girls, I mean guys and girls don't have that opportunity. But you still decided to start Amway business.
Mm-hmm.
That's really surprised. So what makes you decided to start Amway business, and how did you stumble about upon your business with so many things
Okay.
on hand?
Yeah, actually, I really had a lot of time invested in my work. So to answer your question on how did I stumble upon Amway is of course, the very first encounter was when I was a little girl. I remember a neighbor coming to our house, and then my dad buying Nutrilite, vitamins. Of course, at that time I don't know what was it lah. So vitamins,
Mm-hmm.
and we ate vitamins when we were young. So that was my
Mm.
first encounter about of the Amway business.
Mm.
And after that, my real encounter was in college. So like I told you that I met Pei Han in A levels.
Mm.
So the first time I met his parents, I found
Mm-hmm.
out that eventually, maybe if I got married to this guy, eventually Amway will be a part of my life.
Oh, so now it's because of Feihan. But I mean a lot, but still, I mean you have the chance, you have the choice to not
Yeah.
start on a business or just let your
Mm,
hubby to do it. But why you are
yeah.
still so actively do? I mean, what's
Yeah, actually, I didn't do anything with the Amway business in the beginning. Although I knew that both his parents were already very established in the business. I never signed up. Actually, it took me like 6 years before I even bought products to try. So because I was so busy in career, right? Macam high flyer
mm,
kan. So I
yeah,
never
you
considered.
are not macam. Okay.
So, but I think the really turning point is that when I got married in the
Mm-hmm.
year of 2009, it really dawned into me, priorities change.
Mm-hmm.
And because although I was spending so much time, I would say 90% of my time were spent in work. Actually, even my mom don't see me as often as my colleagues.
Mm-hmm.
So I realized that at one point of time, my efforts spent in my career is not always proportional to the results that I expected, you know. And I
Mm,
thought that, okay, good. Now that I've got married,
mm,
we've decided to be married. I cannot, just focus on career anymore. I need to start my family. So I
mm,
reassessed that, and then I thought that, okay, it's I think I can look into Amway because I've always seen real life examples of because my parents they are very successful in the business, and I see every
mm,
year 2 times a year they travel. I see their lifestyle, so I think to me I felt that maybe it has laid in front of me. Yeah, I think this is what I want when I'm older. I wanted to also travel so freely,
mm,
like them. So I think it really put me in my perspective what I really want in life, and would my career bring me to that kind of life. So I actually made a decision to seriously look into the business. Then that's how I started to explore, going to workshops,
mm,
learning more. Yeah, that's how I started. Yeah.
mm. But you mentioned you're so busy with your corporate life. How you
Yes.
stumble and then you have your family, you have your hubby and family to take care of. How you stumble
Yeah.
upon that? How to balance your time?
Actually, when you talk about work-life balance, to me, right, a concept that I learned throughout my career is this: actually work-life balance doesn't really exist, because balance itself suggests 50-50, and you will never be able to balance work and family, or work and career, and family, I mean. So what I want to introduce is I've come to accept is we need to have this work life blend, or work life band,
That's a
because
new term.
as a certain time of your life,
Mm-hmm.
work will always need to come first. Most of the time will have to be spent there, but there will be times where family time cannot be compromised. There will
Mm,
be a time where you just have to drop everything you're doing and be there for your family. So to me, and of course I told you that my brother,
mm,
my brother is Down syndrome. So
mm,
my mother biggest worry is always my big brother. So to me, I know from very young that this responsibility would one day be upon me. And if I don't build anything,
you need tissue?
like
I think you need some tissue.
no, but if I don't
Okay.
consciously or intentionally plan something that will allow me the time to take care of my own family and my kids next time, I
Mm,
don't think career will be able to give me that flexibility. So I feel that really made me suggest how, if you talk about balance, it's not a balance, it's just a blend. The main issue is, the main question you need to ask yourself is,
mm,
do you have the choice to be that flexible when they really need you? Can you be with the people who need you the most at the time that they need you the most. So to me, it's not about balance. It's really about when you need to put which priority. So now, in the beginning of time when I was building the business at the same time of being part-time, working and also building a business, I told myself I need to really stretch myself. I need to do more now. I need to stretch more now so that one day in the long term, I can have more time for them. Yep.
That's actually a very, very, very solid reason for a lot of mummies, because we know that being a full-time mummy is always super challenging, which requires crazy multitasking, long hours, long working hours, even with 24-hour standby mode, right? So I think all the mummies can relate this very, very well. So it's like almost impossible for you, for all of us, all of a mummy, especially you is a full-time mummy with you, but at the same time, your Amway business is awesome. So just wondering, like, how you, for now at current point of time, like how do you balance your time between your business and your family?
Well, I'm really grateful that when I first started, when my kids were really young, I had helpers, and after that, I have my mom, who really is the rock of my life in terms of my kids' care, taking care of my kids. So that's one thing. I think you need to make a decision. It is because family comes first that I motivate myself that I need to make my time away from the family really worth it. I need to really focus now to build up everything I need to solidify the business so that, by the time, it is a short-term focus and sacrifice for a longer-term benefit. Yeah. So really, I feel that once you've made that decision, you've made that choice, you would know how to put things in perspective and how to arrange your time around that, because the goalpost cannot change. Your action towards your goalpost need to change. And to me, I want to always stay relevant to my kids, to my children. One day when they're big, I can decide to, of course, not do anything. I can quit my job and just be a stay-at-home mom.
Just a
I can do that. Yeah, I don't. But to me, one day, what do I want my kids to remember me with? When they have problems at work or with their friends, would they actually think of their mom? Or they just in their heart, my mom cooks, cleans, drives me to school, and all that. So to me, making a decision to really jump into it is so that I can stay relevant, be an inspiration, be a role model to them when they're big, so they know that, oh, my mom, she really worked hard for us. She actually didn't give up her career. She didn't give up her passion,
Yeah.
Yeah. So all these are.
That's really impressive, because at your current stage of life, you have proved that mommy can actually pursue their own dream career. And of course, like, because most of the mommy out there probably will normally like put family first. Only family. But of course, this is a different choice of everyone. But most of the mommy we can see, they will always put family first. But for your case, like why do you like just now you said you want to stay relevant, because that's why you want to start Amway business. So for you, at this norm where everyone would think mommy should only put family first, build your own business, like is there anyone or any worst comment you ever had? Can you hear me actually? Lag.
Yeah, the last bit was a bit lag. Maybe if you can just repeat your last question. Yeah.
So like, is it very difficult for you to make such a choice when everyone as a norm, mommy should put family first, not having own business, or anyone comment negatively on your decision before? or any like
Okay,
one
okay,
any
I got
worst
you.
comment that you ever heard
Okay, okay.
because of your this choice?
Actually, I think like you say, women will put family first, but women actually want many things. I think as a woman, we
Mm-hmm.
want many choices. We want to feel assured. We want to be confident. We want to be well emotionally and physically. So, if you ask me, why I would do this, I think the new since MCO, I think we see a lot more importance. People start to realize that if I just say I quit my job just for the family, or I don't do anything else and focus 100% on the family, it doesn't really work now. It may not give you the most um, confident or comfortable, life that you want, because so many uncertainties, of career, people being threatened by their financial future. So I think now women will start to look around for their
Mm-hmm.
choices, not just putting family per se first, blindly. So, and the
Mm.
worst thing that I've ever heard, yeah, lor, I sometimes I feel sad because I people would have said, like, your kids are only small this period. They are only young now. You need to be there now, to see their first steps, to hear their first words. But to me, um, I am being able to still witness those, but at the same time, I'm building something for them. I'm becoming a person that they would look up to next time. Like I say, I want to stay relevant. Like as in now, my 7-year-old daughter, I think she already, I would
Mm-hmm.
have imagined next time she will be like, she looks at how her mom does her makeup, how I do my videos, how I take my photos, and now she's already starting on that. She's already filming herself with the
That's
phone, and
early. Only
so I
7 years
imagine,
old. Oh my God.
yes, I'll imagine one day she'll say that I became the world famous makeup artist because of my mom, because I always see my
My
mom.
mom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's
That's the
so
most
whatever
touching part.
whatever bad things I heard or negative, I just put it aside because I know clearly I made this choice and why I made this choice. Yeah.
Mm, okay. That's the most. But how you deal with it when you have those very worst comments? How you answer them?
I'm actually I'm a person who is a very, how to say, I filter negative. I cannot accept, I cannot take it. I bounce it back, because to me, if it doesn't
Mm-hmm.
if that words um doesn't help me in my situation, I will just not put it too hard, because
Mm-hmm.
whoever can make negative comments, but who is going to pay for their university fees? Who's gonna tell my kid, if my kid were to tell me one
Yeah.
day, mom, I want to be a doctor and I want to study
Mm.
in the most famous university, and is that person going to answer to my child to say, no, mommy have no money, or I
No.
cannot send you, or I can, yeah. So I'm a person that is very focused. The words,
Mm.
the person who is saying the word is not responsible for your kids. You
Yep.
are. You are the one responsible for your future, of your family. Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. When you focus on your objective and goals, I mean, every challenges or any words, it doesn't affect you at all.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. So if you have given the chance to go back to the past and do it all over again, so would you still
Hmm.
follow the path that you have chosen, or you will change and go for other choices, and why?
Okay. Yeah. Wow. This question.
A very deep
um.
question.
Yes.
Go back to the
Yes. Okay.
past.
Okay, there's a few things. Number one, would I
Mm.
change what I do? Like, would I still take the path I
Mm.
do? And is there
Mm.
anything I want to change? I would actually, yes. I actually will say that if there's anything I could improve on my choice to
Mm-hmm.
build my business in tandem when I was still working, was I would have started earlier. I would
Mm.
have opened up to the opportunity much earlier. The first time I met my future parents-in-law, I should have just gone and learned about that more, because I think
Okay.
if you can get that part done quickly, get that part of
Mm.
financial thing get all done before you have kids, I think that will be ideal, because then you will have your full family first, 100% time with your kids. After you've got everything done, the livelihood part, got it down, get it out of the way. So if you ask me, I would still take the same
Mm.
path, yes, because it's enriched me in so many ways. What I do now is precisely my passion. I have passion in training. And now I'm training in a subject that I love so much. I've been baying since I was 2 years old. I think if you ask my mom, she'll tell you that. Yeah.
Okay.
So I feel that yes, I would open up to the choice around me much earlier. I would learn, you know, and start doing it. Don't, because I tell you, the pain of regret is much worse than the pain of never trying.
Exactly. Indeed.
Yeah.
And also deep inside your heart, you know that although corporate life, outer layer you might seem like so
Glamour.
glamour. Wow. I mean, it's like deep inside your heart, you know that's not going to give you what you want in future.
Yes.
So I understand. So wow, time flies. It's like almost 10 already. So I want to ask, like, lastly, like, any advice or words for our audience today?
Okay. I just want to assure all the ladies or men who have ladies in their life, I'm sure you do, that I want to just say that we don't have to choose. We don't have to put ourselves in the second place or the third place or the fourth place. You know, we as women, we can be good at everything that we're passionate about. You know, don't settle for less. You know, don't be bitter about what you didn't do, but be brave. Walk your future. You know, own your future. This is your time. So just shine. So I just want to tell everyone to just, you have nothing to lose. Just try it out. Go and understand. You know, what have you got to lose? Because you might win a lot along the way. So yeah, that would be my last word to them. Yes.
All right. So audience, any questions for our beautiful lady here? But it seems like we have very little time, because we're gonna have a second guest, or maybe maybe we keep it later, see whether we can have any session anytime.
Sure.
Once again, thank you so much, Allyson.
Thank you so much,
today.
Amanda. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Yeah, our pleasure. It was such an empowering session for all the ladies tonight. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, let me.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. So yep. So ladies and gentlemen, that's a session for Allyson. And like I mentioned just now, we have our second guest here already ready. And a gentle reminder, along the session, if you have any question to our speaker, feel free to put in the chat room. And at the end of the session, let's see we have any time left for our guests to answer. Okay. So without further ado, let's invite our second guest of tonight, Mr. Gary Chiu. Hi, Gary.
Hello. Hi, how are you?
How are you today?
It's not long time no see. We always see.
Online?
Yeah.
But this is the first ever
wow, your line very
chance that we can chat on live. And we have so many participants, audience joining us tonight. Yeah. Okay, so it's a pleasure for. Can you hear me, Gary?
Not really, actually.
Not really.
I think it's
okay, let's see. Is it better? Is it better now?
Yeah, it's better now.
Not really.
Yeah, it's better.
Great. Okay. So okay, let's commence. So it's our pleasure for us to have you tonight. As we know, you are a veteran in IT business for more than 22 years. So could you let us know more about yourself? Like,
yeah, sure. Okay, veteran means very old.
No,
okay,
it's very experienced.
Okay, let me briefly introduce myself. I'm Gary. Actually, my full name is Chu Songji. Okay, I'm a computer engineer by professional, graduated from the University of California in year 94. So, and currently I'm running my own IT business and Amway business. Okay, so if somebody call me my actual name, Songji, that means this guy know me more than 40 years. but I think
Believe
nobody
me,
call
you
me
don't look
Songji.
like that. You don't look at your age.
Okay. Please, before I start, please bear with my English, broken English. Is I am sure everyone can understand my English. Although I graduated from the US. Okay,
No, your
I
English
was
is
born
very good.
in 1966. I'm from the 60s. Okay, and I'm 54 years old. I was born in Ipoh and raised in Ipoh, so I'm sure everyone heard of Ipoh. Ipoh is very
Yeah.
famous, especially recently from the Lonely Planet. It's one of the 10 most visited country in Asia. And of course, Ipoh, beside for the sightseeing, as an Ipoh Heights, Ipoh is very famous for beautiful girls.
Yeah, I know what you want to say. Yeah, beautiful girls
Okay.
and handsome guy as well. Okay.
My wife is not from Ipoh, right? And
No
Ipoh is
wonder.
also very famous. Ipoh is also very famous for the hawker food, fantastic, and especially myself, my wife always said my mouth is very sharp. That is literally translate, very sharp. Means I eat something not good, then probably I will not eat it, eat a little.
Wow.
Okay.
Mr.
So I'm
critic.
although I'm 54, I'm blessed. I'm still very physically very fit. So because I'm actually a sport enthusiast. I play almost every game and I'm good at almost everything. Okay, not that I'm at a professional level, but I'm good at everything. When I was young, I played soccer. I represent teams, and in the school I play squash. I represent my school, and also I joined the athletes. Although I'm not very tall, I long jump also can jump. Short people also can jump. And also
Seriously?
yes. In a later age, I run, I cycle, I like to ride bicycle, and of course I also play golf. I am a 14 handicap. I used to I think a few years ago I got a hole in one, right? Okay, that's
Okay.
about me okay, talking about my family background. My family, when I was small, we are raised from a middle low income family, or we can say it's ordinary. And I remember my family was we are very happy. My parents, I have a brother, a sister, and my grandma. We live together. But in my memory, in the 60s and early 70s, a lot of the things that I see in my memory is not very colorful. Because TV is black and white, photo is black and white, right? Okay.
All right.
And that time, no computer, no internet, no handphone, nothing. Okay.
Yeah.
Even telephone. Now you say you dial a number, right? Actually, it's a rotary telephone. Anyone probably the Gen Y, they haven't seen what is a rotary telephone. You dial a
Like
number,
me?
and then you
Yeah, I never seen that.
you have never seen it, right? Okay.
No.
That's my age, okay,
Okay.
and I still remember my house telephone. During that time, only 5 digit. It's 7867. I still can
Oh, that's
remember.
how long ago.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So
That's a January.
okay, and so actually during that time, seems like very boring, right? To a lot of people nowadays. Actually, it's not. Actually, our life is fantastic. Every day is so exciting because we play so many outdoor games, so many games that people don't play nowadays. You name it, it's like seasonal. This season is like we play marble. Next season we play tops. Then next season we play. Everything is so exciting, and every day, my mom during dinner time, she will came out to the house and yell our name. You holding the cane, Rotan.
Oh my God. That's the generation.
You cannot do that now. Your son will never listen to you. We call our name. come back, eat dinner. Wow. And then we will try to avoid being caned. You can imagine. So every day was so exciting. Okay, that's a 60s. I think people born in the 60s are very lucky, my opinion, compared to children nowadays, because there's only one computer and it has so many games. One computer, so many games. We have so many games and everything outdoor. So that's the difference. And in my primary school,
What make you?
in my primary school, when I was a kid, my mom actually, she was a very smart student, but because her family couldn't afford to support her, so she stopped when she was standard 3. So every day she cried when she saw people going to school. So her dream probably want the children to study hard. So she's very strict on us expectation, especially me lah, because I'm the youngest in the family. So and I was a bright kid lah. When I primary school only I was always the top 3 student. If my score below 90 I would get caned below 90. So always 90 and above.
That's crazy.
Okay.
Wow.
So I'm also very active in the school. I drawing. I also get prize. I also speech, Malay, English, and Mandarin. Also, I contest. Also, I get prizes. So that's my mom always tell me must study hard and become an engineer. I don't know why she wants me to become an engineer. And I was so small. Can you imagine in the 70s? I don't know what is engineer. I just know I want to become engineer. That's in my primary school. And came to secondary school. I went to a very famous secondary school in Bo, Samtec. I'm sure a lot of people heard of Samtec school.
Yeah.
So Samtec school, because my family,
very
just now
high school.
Yeah, I forgot to tell about my family business. My family actually run a laundry shop. You know what's a laundry shop? Laundry shop, it means a watch. We don't watch clothes. We watch the bed sheet for hotel. So when I was in the secondary school, you know, secondary school usually students will have a lot of activities during weekend. Extracurricular like Boy Scout lah, Red Crescent lah, right? All these what English society, Chinese society, brass band, all this, right? But we are not allowed to attend all this because we have to help out in the family business. We have to help to fold the bed sheet. So we were trained to be very self-disciplined since we were young and forced to. So I would say during that time we were quite not happy because we couldn't like all the other students.
Probably that's the time also train up all your very crucial traits to become how to prep you in future, I believe.
Maybe that's I consider myself, once I make decision, stick to my mind. I never easily to give up. I found out when I go through this talk, I found out that. So in talking about my career after STPM, so after like just now Allyson, she didn't go to Form 6, right? I went to STPM. Nothing come easy lah. I make so many choices during that time. Because my mom told me to become engineer, so I wanted to pursue my study in computer engineer. But there's a Chinese saying, 小时了了，大未必佳. That means when you are good, when you are very smart, you're good. When you are when you're small, you are so good. When you grow up, doesn't mean you are good. That's me. When I was in the secondary school, my result no good. Probably I too playful or okay. So I didn't get a good grade. So of course during that time, local university didn't accept any of my applications. I applied computer engineer from this Park College. they rejected and offered me mechanical engineer. So I also turned down their offer. So at the same, during that time, I think one of my friends recommended me to this Polytechnic Ungku Oma. It's a very famous course called Marine Engineering. So Marine Engineering. So I thought I was maybe quite interesting. Marine Engineering looks like captain. You can wear like a captain. So I went for the interview, and then the instructor told us, before you make your decision, think twice. Because you're gonna be on the land 6 months, on the sea 6 months. 6 months, you cannot see your family. You know, I immediately turned down the offer.
And what happened?
Okay, so another choice.
Okay.
So I would say a lot of time wasted after my STPM, didn't go to university. I let go this mechanical engineer. So, and in the 80s, going to Japan, study in Japan was very popular and it's very affordable. Probably you guys don't know. It was organized by some of the travel agents. So the travel agent actually, they will arrange a part-time job for us. So we can work part-time and study Japanese language at the same time. So I changed my mind. So I make up this choice. I wanted to go to Japan. In fact, I went to Japan for a year. I studied language. And actually my Japanese language was very fluent. I spoke like Japanese. But now, because seldom practice, I still can speak. Okay. So it wasn't easy in Japan, and it was very, very tough. I went through a lot. I learned a lot of experience, good and bad experience. And because of a certain issue that happened, not going to explain today, my student visa was got some issue, was rejected. So I came back to Malaysia again. So came back, stay in Malaysia for 1 year. Finally, I decided to go to US. Actually, my family couldn't afford me to study in US. Cannot afford. I told you my family is a lower average income group of family. So they could not afford to send me to US. But because I worked part-time in Japan, right? I came back, I saved some money. It's about 10,000, I remember, 9,000 plus. I saved money. And with that money, enough money to buy a one-way ticket. During that time, it was quite easy to apply for student visa, US student visa. All you need is, if you have a credit card, I remember somebody subbed me a credit card. I just show it to the US embassy. That's one of the proof to prove that financially I can support my tuition fees. That's all. So I got my US visa. I went to US. It's a one-way ticket. I burned the bridge. Cannot come back. It's a one-way ticket because I only have money probably just to survive 1 or 2 months. Never thought about the tuition fees. Can you imagine? Today, will you let your children go to study overseas just buying the one-way ticket, but never consider about the tuition fees? Because I'm that kind of person. I'm very impatient. I make decisions very fast. Within thinking so much. Silly, very silly. But sometimes making fast decision is also good.
Yeah, because you can grab opportunity.
Yeah, it's good and bad. I make a lot of course, bad choices as well. Of course, fast decision also sometimes make me a lot of good decision as well. So I went to US. I worked immediately. I have some friends. Ipoh, a lot of people actually jump aeroplane. You know what jump aeroplane? That means they work illegally in US.
Okay.
So I know some relatives, so they arrange a job. Once when I arrived in US, in California, actually San Francisco. It's not San Francisco, it's a place called San Jose. So I was in San Jose. I worked 1 week. I worked in a restaurant, so it was tough. I still remember. I always consider I have never seen a foreign student as poor as I am. I consider I was the poorest foreign student in the US. Poorest. So can you imagine? I still remember there's one time, one summer holiday. Usually summer holiday, foreign students will go back to their country. A lot of some of my
Yeah.
Malaysian friends also go back to Malaysia. But I choose to work because I have to support my tuition fees. So I work in a restaurant as a waiter, 3 months, 7 days a week, non-stop for 3 months, 10 morning until 10 p.m. Can you
That's
imagine?
very long hours.
Yeah. And then one night, I came back, I got so sick. I think very pain. I thought I was going to die. And then my roommate I asked him, you must send me to the hospital. You must send me to the hospital. So he sent me to the hospital, to a government hospital. But the government hospital, you know, US also got a lot of poor people. You know, you see now in the COVID-19, so many people living on the street, right? So these people, they are lying up. The receptionist told us, you have to come back tomorrow morning. So how can I wait? Because I was suffering. So I had no choice. I asked my friend, you gotta send me to the private hospital, the local private. So I was sent to the private hospital. Just went in to do an intravenous drip. That's all. Then I got recovered and admitted and discharged like a few hours later. And then the bill shocked me. The bill, because it's a private hospital. I got no medical insurance. No medical insurance. Poor student. We got money to buy medical insurance. You know, sometimes these Americans, they are also quite compassionate. So I actually talked to the doctor. I said, I'm a poor student. I can't really afford. So they allowed me to pay like $50 a month for 10 months. I remember the bill was $500. So that was one. Of course, this is only one of the challenges that I face. There are so many.
I cannot imagine like with your current status right now. I mean, what makes you like after five years in California? Is it in US?
Yeah, 5 years.
So after US, then you come back, right?
Right. Yeah.
And how you get started with your business? It's like
okay. I came back. I came back in the '94, and then I got a job. I worked in Malacca. And worked in Malacca in a computer factory as a process engineer. And that's where I met my wife, Siu Chin, Malacca.
Another romantic story.
94. So in 95, I moved to KL. So she also followed me. So she followed me, no choice, get married. Not like Allyson, so more than so many years. I'm so impatient. So I do things very fast and sharp. 95, we got married.
That is good because you make the right choice.
Yeah. It's just like
if you just
all the while, I always make very fast.
I mean, probably you will.
Like again, okay, yeah. Then we moved to KL. 1 year later, 96, I already become a father. You know, everything's
wow,
in 3 years.
That's fast.
Very fast, yeah.
Okay. Then how you started your business? So, when is it?
Okay, when I work in this company in KL in 98, in year 97, this was during the recession, financial crisis. This company actually, we got no project for the past 6 months. So every day we just play computer game. Every day, nothing to do. So I decided to quit. Not my boss fired me, because during that time, I have some friends. They actually Richard Branson once said, if someone offer you an amazing opportunity and you're not sure how to do it, say yes, learn how to do it later, right? This is exactly what I was thinking. But although I haven't heard of this phrase during that time, so my friend offered me an opportunity. We are going to joint venture, 3 of us, to start a computer business. One Singaporean, one Malaccan, and I'm myself in KL. So we started this business. So everything was very smooth, and I think because when I started this business, I resigned. My salary that time was 3,000, and I got married, right?
3,000. Okay, yes. It's very big.
I got married, right?
Okay.
I got married. I got. I'm a father. Got my first child, and then I bought an apartment. I got a car loan. So many commitment, and without thinking much, no working experience, no business experience. I dare to just resign and start this business. And
Yeah.
the capital is so little, you know. I just came up 15,000 only. What can
Wow.
15,000 do? So that means
Mm.
after I resigned, the next month I got no salary. The next month also I got no salary. It all depends how my business grow.
I
So there
really
is a.
uh-huh.
Uh,
It's a
so I
very
think.
dramatic, it's a very dramatic
Mm,
changes because
uh,
you already go through so many hardship, you know, throughout your life, from your
yes,
Japan, from you to US
yes.
to Malacca, and then I mean with your current 3,000 ringgit during that time, it's actually quite a good
Mm-hmm.
package, but you still decided to, you know, make a choice to move out from your comfort zone
Yeah, yeah.
and start your business. So
Right. Yeah.
why did you have those courage to go through this? And what made you so determined to make this move?
Okay. My family business is a laundry business. Laundry business, 365 days, no holiday for the past so many years. As I told you, we got no school life when I was in a secondary school. So my mom told me, next time, don't do this business. Please study hard. So from that time, I already very determined. Must study hard. I must become an engineer. And and there is a movie, you know. So I don't know what engineer, right? During that time, I I also I asked. There is one movie called Pursuing Happiness. Pursuing Happiness by Will Smith. Have you seen this movie before? Probably
Not.
not. Will Smith was so broke, you know.
Mm-hmm.
He saw somebody driving a Ferrari.
Mm.
He was so poor. He saw this
Mm.
guy driving Ferrari and he asked, "What did you do? And how did you do it?" So if we want something that we really hope, we dream of, and we see someone actually got it, so
Mm.
we actually have to ask how you
Mm.
do it and
Mm.
what did you do. So I asked my teacher, what is the best engineer? He said, you must focus in computer engineer,
Mm.
or we call it double E, electronic and electrical engineer.
Mm.
So that's why I never changed my, even though I got this mechanical engineer, marine engineer, whatsoever, I rejected it. I just want to become a computer engineer. And that is the reason why I will go through. And also another thing I must say, because
Mm.
you know the love of a mother is so great. My mother actually, when I was in US, she got very sick. She got a last stage breast cancer, and I didn't know about it. Can you imagine?
Oh, that's very sad.
So she didn't want to tell me because she didn't want to interrupt my study.
Okay.
I think I better. Okay, I
Okay.
didn't want to interrupt my study. It's so hard, you know, to earn
Mm.
this money to study. So even though after she passed away, also I don't know. Can you
During
imagine?
when you are in US.
Yes. That's why I must, no matter how difficult, I
Mm.
must uh, complete my study as a computer engineer. Right. That is why. Okay.
That's also
So
give you so much of
well, I already prepared this, you know.
oh, that's so touched. I mean,
Oh,
it's a lot of I can feel that it's a lot of dramatic changes and a lot of love, and
yes,
that
yes.
also makes give you more courage and strength to go
Yes.
through all this and
So
to
I never easily give up. I never easily gave up. And okay. And of
yeah.
course,
and
wait,
and also especially like just now you mentioned like you started your business in 1997, is it 1997,
98,
right? 98.
98.
So if I'm not mistaken, although I'm still young, if I'm not mistaken, Malaysia is having a bad economic recession during that time, right?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
what made you like, why did you start your business at such a tough and unlikely time, especially like so many uncertainties, and you already have your such a comfort job, but you still choose to make a move to start your business during that
Yeah.
time? Could you share us your
Like I
thought
say
on it?
just, like I just said just now,
Mm,
very simple mind. I make
mm,
very fast decision. And during that time recession, you know the index, USA index below 200. Can you imagine below 200? Now it's 1,000 something, right? I don't know
yeah.
how many.
Mm,
And I was kind of lost during that time. But I can tell you the situation not as bad as now. Now it's really, really bad compared to in 97 and 98. So I had no hope, no direction. And during that time, this friend offered me that opportunity to start the business, give me really hope that something new come to me. I think I must take this challenge, and I just went for it.
And you're doing good.
Yes, I consider myself very, very lucky. I actually just only 1 month I started the business. I found out that is this Japanese company, the largest largest Japanese manufacturer in Malaysia. This company so I found out actually they are looking for clone PC, IBM compatible. We call it IBM compatible. So I just make a cold call up this IT department, and coincident that IT department head this Japanese. I think we really clicked. His name is Mr. Sakata. He's my noble, my orang kaya, 我的贵人 okay, orang kaya, my noble. So actually, we really clicked, and he started my first order from this Japanese company, 30 PC, 30. Can you imagine how my feeling? And from there on, my business really go on smooth until now.
Yeah. So that's why people say, never stay on, never accept what's the crisis right now, because you will never know when is the opportunity. You must always stay positive and grab any opportunity. But the most important thing also, because you make that choice to make a move, that's how you get your business started. And it's like, despite so many challenges, like since 1998, and your business still running strong and up to date already 22 years and counting. So I believe with your current, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yeah,
kind of like just now. Please continue.
Okay. So I believe with your current achievement on your business, and you basically have fulfilled what you want, and even your desired lifestyle with your current business inside, and choose to build a second source of income, especially YMWay. Because you don't need to do that. You're already very good, right? What makes you want to start?
Cannot say very comfortable, but it's cannot say fantastic lah, but it's okay. I basically got what I want. Business doing great, and I started to play golf. Playing golf. After golf, we drink beer. I mix around with people like to drink. Mix a lot with this big boss. So we eat, we drink. So my health deteriorate, become worse. I got high cholesterol. So during that time, actually, there are two things. And of course, my friend that I mix with influence me. I see them, they are so rich. So I also want to make more money. I like doing comparison. Wow, they are doing so good. So I want to look for more opportunity actually. So actually, I even wanted to start selling clothes. In February 2016, I went to Hong Kong. I looked for my friend when we were university mate in US. So he has a factory in China, make clothes. So I say, I want to become your distributor. I want to sell clothes. And I want to start in May, that is February. You see, this guy, me, never think too much. I just want to start. I
you
really
just have to grab any opportunity.
Yeah, I also look for business partner. We want to start a golf driving range. We want to look for opportunity to start restaurant franchise. So many things. Want to look for more money, and my health is not good. So two things. And one fine day, somebody came to us and show us this Amway opportunity. And after this opportunity, like one stone kill two birds, because during that time there is a detox program where you can do DIY, DIY at your home. Because if I want to do detox program fasting in outside, it will be like takes 1 week off, so it's quite impossible for me. And of course, it's so no risk, so little capital. I can start this business. So I immediately I joined and started this business. That's
because
why
you
I
want to
choose
get
Amway.
because you want to get back your health.
Yes, health and opportunity.
But of course, like a lot of people out there, maybe they want to start to get back their health, but it doesn't mean they want to kickstart the business. But what makes you start a business? Is it just or when
money?
you
No.
yeah, definitely, because you want to get your health just
Yes.
now, but at the same time you also decided to build Amway business, correct?
Yes,
so I believe
I cannot hear you.
just now you said because you always want to get more money. I mean, you already have I mean, your business already has sufficient source of income, I believe. And you also look for a lot of different opportunity to get different income. But by introduce you Amway to get back your health, is it really, and then you decided to build Amway, is it really just because of the health or the income? I mean, just because of the income? Or
yes,
is there anything else that makes you build the business apart?
Okay, initially it's because of the income and of course of the detox program. So once, and then, once after I joined as a member, my upline, actually the person who introduced me, registered me in one of the business development training. We call it BDT. So I went for this class. During that time, a little bit of ego of myself, never empty the cup. So I actually went for the meeting. I wear short pants and sandals only to a BDT class. So after a few meetings, and I learned to become more humble, let down my ego and empty the cup. So personal growth, and because of that, I think that's what money cannot. That's what the result that I have never expected that I gained from Amway. And of course, my health, I gained back my health. As you can see, if you have seen me before, I was actually I was 64 kg. Now I'm 53, right? And I had all those chronic diseases. And apart from that, also relationship with my wife. My wife also become prettier. I like to see her now compared to last time. It's so much different. I'm sure every man like to see the wife look pretty, right?
Yeah, but I don't think she will like that.
So this is another thing that I will never expect. Actually,
Okay.
join Amway, your wife also can become prettier. Also, there's no generation gap between me and my children. I have 2 kids. They are 21 and 24. Can you imagine if I'm not in this environment, how can I actually communicate with them? There's a generation gap. Actually, our family, we are in this business, and can you imagine we actually discuss this business? We have the same topic, and we have the same goal. That's why I still think Amway's business is something that I will continue to do, and I love to do it. I think it's over time already. Probably we speed up the.
Yeah. So because can you hear me? I see my connection is unstable again.
Yeah, right.
Can you hear me?
Now, yeah. Oh, now cannot. Now okay.
Can hear me, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. It's like I mean the line is also cited on this.
Wow, I think the delay is a few seconds.
Okay. So I can see in part, apart from monetary rewards, I can see you are really enjoying to get other aspects of rewards like personal growth, and the most important thing is the family bonding with your children, because we know that all of you, one family, including your wife and your sons, together built the Amway business. that's how the whole family bond is very strong, which we believe that probably you can't really get it from a traditional business.
We still argue.
You still that's normal. Okay. So then during this tough time, I mean this period of time, MCO, I mean the global pandemic, is your business affected? And or is there
Yeah.
any advice that you would like to give our audience? Because the business is not doing good, and probably there are people that are looking for opportunities, and they are still hesitating, and still thinking whether is it wise to make a move, to make a choice during this period of time.
Yeah.
Probably you can
I
have
think
some words for them.
this is the last questions, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, of course, this 2 months, no business, no income. But because we are very small skills, very low profile business, so it's not much affected, not much affected. And because our MV business that we never expected, we thought, ayo, April, whether got sales or not, but out of expectation, the business is just like normal. And so we still get income from this Amway business. So actually, Amway business is very unique, you know. Let me give me another 5 minutes. I'll talk about this this story. There is this town, a very fine afternoon. There's one guy came into this hotel. This town, everyone in debt, everyone in debt. This guy came into the hotel and he hand over $1,000 and tell the hotel owner, I want to take a look at the hotel. Probably I will stay overnight here. But before that, I put a deposit 1,000 in the front desk. So I will go up and have a look. So this hotel owner immediately grabbed that $1,000, run to the neighbor, this butcher. So this hotel used to buy meat from this butcher because he owed this butcher $1,000. So immediately he paid the debt. So the butcher got the $1,000. That means free debt, no debt already. Then this butcher immediately go to the next, across the street, pay to the farmer who rear all the chicken, all the beef. So he buy this meat from this farmer. So he also owe this farmer money. He paid $1,000 to the farmer. The farmer got the $1,000, immediately he go to the feed. He buy the feed to feed all the chicken. So the feed got he paid the feed, this person who sell the feed to him, $1,000. Then this owner of the feed take the $1,000 pay to the prostitute. Even prostitute can get credit, you know. Pay to the prostitute get the $1,000. Immediately he ran to the hotel and pay the hotel owner because he need the room. Because of this one round, the whole village, no one in debt. Why? You know, because there is a cash flow. So this Amway business is a business. We spend and we make money. Very, very funny, right? It's a prosumer business. So every time during this period, everyone I encourage during this pandemic, we have to spend. Because if we spend, then Amway business will actually grow, and eventually it's a domino effect, everything affected. At the end of the day, we also get affected. That's why if everyone keeps spending, not only in Amway, everything we keep spending, the market the market will flow. Then so I think during this pandemic, that's why we should do this Amway business. Okay.
Yeah. And it's also because of the industry, is the products.
Yes, yeah, right.
The entire business model is it will be very, very ideal. No matter what's happening, it will still grow.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, now it's already 10:40. Wow, it's very, very fast.
10 minutes. Sorry, very sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Very excited already.
Because we don't really have a
we
chance.
have nothing to do during this MCO. Chit chat lor.
No, I think it's very, very useful of sharing for today. I see a lot of questions, And probably I just choose one question from the chat room, and maybe Gary and Allyson, you can answer. I mean, can reply. That is actually from Tan Wee Song. He said, "Thank you for the sharing. And do you have any advice for people to make a wiser choice or decision at tough time, especially during this period of time? Any advice?"
Okay.
Allyson also
Actually,
can, yeah.
I make a quick one here. Actually, during this pandemic, nobody actually, like 2 months ago, nobody ever expected it will happen this way. No one, right? Anyone alive in this world never knew it will be in this way. It is so bad, right? So the world has changed. So we got to change. If we still do whatever we do before the pandemic, probably we will be eliminated. So we got to change, especially during this MCO. Amway is such a good opportunity. I think we should try make ourselves a change and come look into this business. That's what I want to say. Maybe Allyson has something to say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Allyson?
Yes. How do we make if I look at the question, how do you make a wiser decision at this point of time? I think you already know what you should be doing because you're already in here tonight. The only thing lacking is action. Because you know, when we're choosing something, we'll never know until we do it, we try it. So I really you know, want to tell everybody in this chat room that, you know, this is a business worth looking at. If not, me and Gary, and so many of us would not be here. And you know, give it a chance to happen. Yeah, learn, empty your cup, like what Gary has been saying the whole night. Go and see what is it all about with an open heart. So you will not make a wrong decision. Yeah,
that's the key word. Go give yourself a chance to go to understand the empty heart, because a lot of people out there, I mean, a lot of people they tend to just believe what they have saw or heard previously without knowing in depth, and then they make a decision without know more. So it's very important, that it's a very key element that you need to know more in depth about the business, and then only make a decision. Yeah. And I see another question. I think it's quite an interesting question. Like, what's the biggest challenge for you in doing this business? I would assume it's from in doing this Amway business, I believe, apart from their conventional one. Maybe Gary, you want to answer first?
Yeah, for me, as you have heard from my past, I think Amway, I don't see any problem for me.
No challenge at all?
No.
Wow.
Challenge, I see challenge. Yeah, of course, there are so many challenges, but I welcome all these challenges. Nothing can stop me if I want to do it. There's nothing can stop me. So I don't consider that is a big challenge to me.
Okay, because you're already very focused on what you want.
Because all these challenges cannot compare with all the challenges I faced earlier.
Wow. Then what if that we don't have any challenges before? Do we still?
But the question is, how come I still not success in Amway? Still not yet diamond, right?
But with your current achievement, it's actually I mean, it's very good compared to a lot of people already. Yeah. Okay. So, Allyson, what's your biggest challenge for you?
Okay. I'm a pure believer that the biggest barrier is actually in your own mind. So the biggest challenge is actually yourself, you know, because most of the time, if you can get yourself out of the, you know, that barrier of not doing anything, as long as you start doing something, start experiencing the product, start learning about it, you will be able to do it. A lot of time is that we give ourselves too much of cold water ourselves. If you are as determined like Gary, no challenges is challenge. The bigger your why, the smaller the challenge. Yeah.
Agreed. I see. There is another interesting question. You have any suggestion for the people that not good in selling products selling sales such as office boy or lady? Probably, what I understand is maybe any suggestion for those people that not good in selling. Can you all still? Yeah.
I'm not a salesperson. I'm an IT guy. I'm a computer engineer. Actually, until now, today, I'm writing a lot of coding. I'm a programmer. I do a lot of programming. So do you think I know how to sell? Actually, along the way, as we come into this environment, when we are in the environment, naturally, we know what to do. And a lot of things that you never expected happen. So don't think too much. Like I say, don't think too much. Just do it and you will find the answer. The more you do, and there are more solutions for us. There are 1,001 solutions, but problem is just a few.
Allyson?
I think if you talk about, I don't know how to sell. Actually, most of us, we sell on a daily basis. You just don't realize it. We sell ourselves. We sell so many things. When I say sell ourselves, it's like, if you go, so happen you ate something nice. Let's say you had a nice nasi lemak. What is the first instinct that you do? You say that, hey guys, I just had this nasi lemak and it's so good. That is actually already selling. So in the MLM business, if you want to sell well, experience the product yourself and you will be naturally sharing from your heart. So don't think about it as sell, or I need to close, I need to, so most of the time we are bothered by that. So just do it naturally, share it from the heart and use it, then you will know how to say it.
So that's the whole beauty of MLM business. We share, we use it personally, we genuinely think it's a good product, and then we will share. That's the biggest, the most effective selling. So I see another question here. I think a lot of people having this challenge. Like, I face challenges to sign up with most of the customers, even though I can do demo and show plan very well. Any idea or tips for your wise experience? Thank you. It's actually Bala from Seremban.
Gary share or?
I didn't really catch the.
Oh, okay.
Never mind, Allyson, probably go ahead. I take a look at the chat.
Okay. I think there's possibility of two things happening here. Number one, have anyone or maybe like your mentor seen how you do the demo, how you share the OPP? That's one. So maybe there are some words, there are some things that you can fine tune. That's one. The second possibility is this numbers, because it's a law of average. If you talk to only 2% and one don't sign up, it's 50% failure. But if you talk to 100%, 100 people and 50% sign up, although it's still 50%, but you get 50. So doing the science of getting better at what you do is just continue, sharpen, and always seek feedback, because sometimes we don't know what we're just saying it wrongly, and all that. So that would be my assumption. So you got to figure out between these two, which is it. Either do more, or you really get to get a seafood to hear out what you say and how you do it.
Okay, Gary?
Yeah, I think it's the repetition. Repetition is very powerful. Only repetition, we keep doing the same thing again and again. Probably, I think cannot sign up someone is probably something that we do not really correct. So along the way, probably ask your mentor or your upline, go together with you and see how you actually present the plan and what goes wrong. Then probably he can tell you actually what you have done wrong. So repetition, I think keep on doing, and you will become better and better. This is there is no secret in Amway actually. For me, I even sometimes during the early days, I talk to 10 person never sign up. It's normal. Even tonight, I invited people to join this webinar, and so many people say I want to watch movie. I'm not interested. So what? I just go next. Just keep on repeat. That is the secret.
Law of average.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's the final question. because our times have been, it's already 10:50. So thank you once again for both of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, if I say anything
you.
wrong, please. Sorry.
No, it's really, really inspiring.
No, it's been great. Thank you. Thanks
I get
everyone.
very,
Amanda, you were great.
Thank you so
thank you,
much,
thank you.
both of you. Okay.
Thank you.
I need
Bye
to
bye.